Icky Licky, Baba Chops, Rubby the Bat, and Alistair the Crocodile, a new group of Playtime cover monsters. They are the demonic versions of the Smiling Dolls, hiding deep within the factory, the very place we descended into with Poppy to face Experiment 16. While we know that the sheep, Baba Chops, is a quiet girl, she hides behind her silence in unforgiving rage. Meanwhile, Icky Licky is filled with intense jealousy, leaving behind poison whenever he fails to achieve his goals. But if there's one monster you should never trust, it's Robbie the Bat. She loves to lie, spread deceit, and lurk in the darkness. As for Alistair the Crocodile, he is a lurking executioner, waiting in the shadows, hungry for his next victim. Each one of them represents a childhood nightmare, forgotten ambitions, and irreversible mistakes. Who are these nightmarish characters? What is their tragic story, and what role do they play in Chapter 4? Will they help us, or are they part of Experiment 166's plan? Pray for the Prophet, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss upcoming videos. Without further ado, fasten your seatbelts and let's go. The sheep that appeared in the latest trailer is named Baba Chops. She belongs to a group of dolls created in Playtime Co.'s underground labs, the Nightmare Dolls. This alone confirms that Chapter 4 will be scarier and vastly different from previous chapters. If you look at Baba Chops' description, you'll find some intriguing details. For instance, she is the black sheep of the group, which means she is different from the others. She prefers to be alone and rarely leaves her home. The skull around her neck remains a big mystery. Does this mean she represents death and that she destroyed the little Duck Day doll? Or is there something even more terrifying about her? According to the description, her scent is that of anise. When I asked AI about this plant and its aroma, it described it as a calming, warm scent, which completely contradicts what we saw in the latest trailer, where Baba Chops appears wild and savage. But the biggest question is, why was she created in the first place? Why does a factory making children's dolls have a Nightmare Dolls collection? The only logical answer is that the factory designed dolls for special occasions, particularly Halloween, when children celebrate creepy characters. Playtime Co. must have turned the Smiling Dolls into evil, terrifying versions. But the scariest part is that, as everyone knows, the dolls in this factory were originally orphans transformed through secret experiments. If we look at Baba Chops as a young girl, everything makes sense. Maybe she was a quiet child who didn't like people, just like her description. But why was she so violent in the trailer? Why did she savagely attack Duck Day? Could she be responsible for all the destroyed dolls we saw? Did she see how the scientists ruined her life and that of her friends, and now she seeks revenge? Or is she under the control of Experiment 1000? Maybe she even participated in the Hour of Joy, the moment when Prototype 1006 began his plan to take over the entire factory. And the reason we never saw her in the recorded tape might be because she was attacking the underground employees, who were busy building the caves, prisons, and secret laboratories. But was someone helping her? We know that Icky Licky is extremely fast and difficult to catch. He's also highly intelligent and skilled at deception. If you check his description, his scent is coffee, indicating his endless energy and hyperactivity. But the big question is, will he appear in Chapter 4, or will he be like the Smiling Doll series, where only Duck Day was introduced? Personally, I believe he will appear in Chapter 4. Baba Chops is designed to be savage and aggressive, which means the rest of the Nightmare Dolls will also play significant roles. Icky Licky will move swiftly to chase her down. If we defeat him, he will become furious, as he hates losing. Maybe we'll find ourselves in a small area searching for a key, and just as we get close to solving the puzzle, Icky Licky suddenly appears, trying to stop us before we can escape. You'll have to run and hide, but that won't last long, because when Robbie the Bat appears, everything will change. She can fly, reaching areas other monsters can't. What's even stranger is that her description states that she loves lying, gossiping, and deceiving others. Her scent? Bubble gum. If we go back to Icky Licky, we see that the scents aren't random. They are strongly connected to each doll's personality and power. At first, bubblegum might seem like a sweet and innocent scent, but don't forget, it's sticky and difficult to remove. Ooh. That's Robbie. She will be a persistent nuisance, difficult to escape from. Her most dangerous trait is eavesdropping. This means she may have overheard secret conversations between scientists, monsters, and even Experiment 16 itself. But the bad news? She will use this knowledge against us. She might learn our plans and warn the other monsters, making it even harder for us to survive. Even worse, she enjoys causing division and creating conflict. What if she tricks our allies, like Poppy and Kissy Missy, into turning against us in Chapter 4? Unlike the other bloodthirsty monsters, Robbie might not even attack us directly. Instead, she could haunt us with her voice, filling the game with lies and deception. Imagine reaching the prison area with Poppy, only for Robbie to deceive her into locking us inside, telling her we are under the control of Experiment 1000. What about Alistair the crocodile? He is different from all the previous monsters. Unlike the aggressive creatures we've faced so far, he is lazy and doesn't chase after victims. But according to his description, his greatest strength is patience. He waits for the perfect moment to strike. He reminds me of Monty the alligator from FNAF, Security Breach, who had his own section and would attack suddenly. In a deleted section from Chapter 3, there was a boat scene where a shark chased you. What if that scene is brought back, but this time with Alistair instead of the shark? If so, it would be one of the scariest and most exciting moments in the game. His scent? Sandalwood, a calm and aromatic fragrance, just like his lazy personality. But the scariest part? Sandalwood is a mysterious plant, now endangered. This could mean there's something about Alistair we don't yet understand, something that might change everything. What if his patience wears thin and he reveals his true terrifying nature? Lastly, there's Simon Smoke, a newly revealed character. Simon is a red dragon who loves himself, believing he is the center of attention. His scent? Burning wood, indicating that he can breathe fire and is extremely dangerous. Unlike the other monsters that hide in the shadows, Simon Smoke wants to be seen. He will face you head-on, proving that he is the strongest, and set traps to ensure you never escape. What do you think of these nightmare monsters? Did I miss anything about them? Which one is your favorite? Share your thoughts in the comments. Thank you for watching.